What's going on, everybody? It's McFly here. So over this past weekend, the Halo Infinite multiplayer technical preview was released. I was able to get my hands on that. I was able to get an invite to be able to test that out, which I'm super thankful for. I did enjoy it. There's a lot of good things that I liked about it. There's some things that we kind of need to talk about, though, in the sense of, it being a new game and things I wanted to see from Halo and the Halo franchise in general to kind of get into the next step of the Halo franchise. With this release, there was a lot of big streamers, obviously, that were playing this game, a lot of big content creators in general that were talking about this game. Now, specifically speaking of Tim the Tatman, later that night he tweeted out something that kind of caused a debate between a lot of different people, content creators, streamers, and just, avid game players in general. And the debate that was brought up was Tim said that he thinks Halo Infinite eventually was going to need a battle royale implemented into the game. So that begs the question, does Halo Infinite need a battle royale? To be honest, I think need is the wrong word here. I don't think Halo needs a battle royale. I don't think it needs to do anything than what it's been doing for the last 5 games. Halo has such a huge fan base that there's going to be people that flock to that game, whether it has a new game mode or not, and whether it's even a good game or not. I liken the Halo fan base to the Call of Duty fan base, which is I, being a Call of Duty fan myself, will play pretty much any Call of Duty game, no matter how bad it is. And what I mean by that is we just like to have new content. We like to have new games. While Cold War, and especially the way Warzone is right now, in the state of Warzone, I have stopped playing it for the most part. But it had to get extremely bad for me to stop playing it. My point here is that Halo fan base is going to still play this game, whether they may add anything new to it or not. They're just going to be glad there's a new game. They're going to be glad that there's new content, new maps, what have you. Does Halo need a battle royale? No, I don't think they need it. Should they implement one? I think they'd be kind of stupid not to. I want you to think about gaming in general in the last 5 years and what the trend has been, especially with streaming platforms. And the reason I bring up streaming platforms is because right now it is essentially the main source of notoriety for these new games. Think of how much Fortnite blew up because of streaming. Think of how much Apex blew up because of streaming. Both of those games are battle royale games, and they're essentially more fun to watch than, say, just a regular multiplayer game, which is very repetitive. Each battle royale match is different, and each one can be epic. It's just very fun to watch a battle royale match on a stream. The Halo franchise already has the older crowd, my age, I'm 31.
Who's laughing now? Shut up!
We have known Halo since the inception of Halo, since Halo 1. We already know of the game. We already know how popular it is. We already know how good the franchise has been. So we are going to play this game. We're going to spend money on it. We're going to buy it. We're going to play it at least for a month or so, at least for a few months. Some of us will be playing it for years, right? Those old fans are going to come back for the most part. Why do I think that they should implement a battle royale? For those new players, for the new younger fans of video games that are super into the battle royale. Just because you implement a battle royale does not mean you have to get rid of the multiplayer or the single player. Those two things are staples of Halo. Adding the battle royale will essentially bring in newer players and play the battle royale. Will they necessarily move over to the multiplayer or the campaign? No. Will a lot of them try those things out? I believe they will. It would be a very ignorant thing for the Halo franchise to not implement a battle royale and kind of leave out these new players that they could potentially get hooked on this game very quickly. I honestly don't see really any drawbacks to adding a battle royale. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. The grandfathered fans like myself who will play this game because of the multiplayer, because of the campaign, we don't have to play the battle royale if we don't like it. Just like in, I stopped playing Warzone for a long time when I was still playing Cold War, even though I really hated Cold War. It was just to grind out the camos and stuff was still fun to me. So I played it. I played the campaign. It's essentially the same thing with Halo. They can keep playing the campaign. They can keep playing the multiplayer. They don't have to play the battle royale. But these new fans who may not have heard of the game or are curious about Halo, the franchise, will move over to the battle royale, from the battle royale to the multiplayer and the single player, and enjoy those modes as well. There was one response to Tim's tweet that I actually thought was a good point. At the Chief M17 actually responded to somebody who was responding to him, saying it's because people are afraid that if they have a BR, then the creators will focus 80% of the time on the BR, letting the multiplayer fail and not even worry about the future of campaign, since Infinite is supposed to be the next main Halo for 10 years. I think this is actually a pretty good argument against a battle royale. It's essentially following pretty much what Call of Duty did with Modern Warfare 2019. Once Warzone was kind of released, the amount of focus and creativity that went into the multiplayer and the campaign for, say, Cold War kind of fell off because all of the focus was on Warzone. Now, that's one company's way of doing it, and I don't know or think, the same thing will happen with Halo, but we don't know that. We don't know if that's going to happen, but I think this was a good argument against it. Does that mean I think that they shouldn't do it? No. I think what people are missing to realize here is that we don't need to follow the 31-year-olds like myself who say, oh no, it doesn't need a BR. Halo's good without it. That's true. It is good without it. But we're not the only demographic that these companies are looking to essentially get addicted to their games. They want all these different generations to come to this game. Or what is the main source of multiple generations coming into a game? And that's a battle royale. If the creators of Halo want this game to succeed how they think it's going to succeed, they should implement a battle royale. I think the hype for this game is really high, and I think especially after playing the multiplayer, what they're going to find is that the hype is not going to meet their expectations. It's really not. Now, this is without playing the campaign. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are super into the campaign, especially old school Halo fans, because, like myself, Halo 1 and Halo 2, I think Halo 2 is actually my favorite Halo, just because of the campaign and multiplayer. And I think everything after that, 3, 4, 5, weren't very good for campaign wise. Halo 5 has a pretty decent multiplayer, but again, Halo 2 is probably the best in all regards to all of that. So I think because of what's happening with Activision and Warzone and Cold War, and now Vanguard having all these issues already, people are itching for a good game to come out so they can be like, look, this game is better than these games. Why are you playing that crappy game? And it could be true, but from what I saw with the technical preview, I don't see anything that makes me say, wow, they're really going into innovative control with this game. I haven't seen anything that's wowed me yet. There's a lot of cool things that they did add to the multiplayer that I really do enjoy, but nothing that I haven't seen before. What I'm getting at is the battle royale, for them to release that would be a good way to make sure that they retain people for a long period of time. Battle royales are popular because you can keep playing it over and over and over again and not get bored of it. They're grinding for wins, you're grinding for all these different stats. So does Halo Infinite need a battle royale? It does not. I think this game will be successful without a battle royale. I think it'll do great without a battle royale. The retention, I'm not sure. Should they implement a battle royale? Absolutely they should. If they want to get all demographics of gamers into this game, I think it's their best bet. I think that they would be kind of not giving this game a chance if they don't implement it. And like I said before, you don't have to play the battle royale if they implement it. That's just for a certain demographic or all of the demographic who likes battle royales. You can still play the multiplayer. You could still play the campaign. All right, guys. Well, this is what I think about Halo Infinite and implementing a battle royale. If you guys agree or disagree, please leave a comment below. I love having discussion with you guys about these things. I think that having these discussions and seeing different points of view is very, very healthy. A lot of people are afraid to talk about these things or share their opinions. And there's also people who just do not want to hear somebody else's opinion. I think it's good to talk about these things because we are the consumer. We technically make the decision that these companies will make as long as we are vocal about them. Leave a comment below of what you think, if they should have a battle royale, if they shouldn't, if you'll play the game with or without a battle royale. I really appreciate a subscribing to my channel, liking the video. It helps me a lot. I love all of you. Thank you, Flux fam, and remember, good vibes are contagious.